Alright, so this will be 2016 plus like Landcruisers, Sahara and like VX. You will like notice you got these two knobs here. That's what is like different compared to your lower end badges. It's an easy way to tell. Obviously they have this style like Facia. Yeah, so have this style like Facia. You have the 360 cameras, and then you've also got on here, you've got your view button for cameras, which will bring up each of your views. It'll bring up your view, and then alright, that's it. It brings up. The AC controls come through onto here. So obviously you have like some controls down here, but then you have a fan and more controls on the screen. Obviously steering wheel controls, and there will be a factory like USB and an auxiliary port down here. That's about like everything. So everything that's like a factory option should keep working. Right, so the first thing you'll do is down at the side here, it's the exact same as the older ones. What you have is a bit of trim that's going to pop off here. So if you get your trim tools in here, this piece of trim will just pop straight out. Just start it with the trim tool, and you can just run your fingers around, and that trim will just pop out like that. And then at the back here, you've got a small, just a little clip. If you push the center of it in, it's going to like pop, and you can actually pop that like clip out and just keep it. And the only other thing you got here is a 10mm bolt that come out, and then once that's out, this whole thing can actually pull out. So once that 10mm comes out of there, you'll just be able to grab this and pull in like an angle towards the driving seat, and that'll just drop down like that. We'll leave this one here because we need the start button to test the power, and we'll go and do this on the other side. Again, this just pulls out in the direction towards the passenger seat, and it'll pop off like that. Now the next thing we have to top off is we'll take off the top vent here, and then we'll pop these AC vents out. So you just come along here. If you start with the trim tool in the back, then you can actually get your fingers in, and just this whole thing will just lever up. There is like a small little plug in here. You can actually just leave this connected and just slide it back. So that's taken off like that. And now I take off the air vents. And the best thing here to do is to put a bit of pressure going up, and then if you get a trim tool in the bottom here, because you create a little bit of a gap when you push up, it'll actually, if you slide one in, it'll just help it pop out. And just need to do the same on this other side. This bottom piece here now comes up, just grab either side of your hands, and you can pull it back, and it will come out here. If you need to get it past, you can just push the shift locked in there and drop this back to get the gear stick out of the way. So that comes off there. Then next you'll take off here, and then we'll also take off here, here, and here. They're all 10mm, and then we'll pull the bottom bit out first, and then the top bit will come out. If you just, there's a plastic cap over here, just flick that off, and then if you push this down, you can just do the shift lock and get this out of the way, because we're going to pull the bottom bit off, and then the top, and then we'll be good. Hopefully we'll have it all out, we can unplug it. Yeah, so we'll pull this out like this, and you'll see, actually I might have been wrong, and the top comes out first. Oh, they're all coming out together, that's alright too. But yeah, there is some clips on the side here, so if you come in the side, you can actually see these clips are coming through here. They're actually this is stuck quite well together, so it might be like a better option to leave the bottom bolted up, and then pull the top out, because then you'll be able to pop it out of the clip here, and then once the top's out, you can undo the bottom and then pull it out. But I will just pull the whole thing out here too, because it'll also work. I'm gonna pull all these plugs out of here. Don't worry about where they come from, because they can only go back to where they go anyway if you have to put them back. Basically every single plug has some sort of clip on top you got to push down and pull out, and the big main one down here has a big cam lock system, and you have to squeeze in at the end, and then pull this grey tab up, which I'll show you. So what we've got to do here is push. If you just push into here and then slide up this little grey bit, you'll see that whole bit comes off. Now I've taken out every single plug, and as I said before, every plug pretty much had something you have to push down and pull out. If it feels a bit jammed, I'll push it all the way back in hard, and then push it down hard and pull it out, because sometimes if you don't push it down hard enough, it just gets a bit stuck. Alright, so this is everything taken out. So these were the cords that were in the top screen. These are all the cords that are at the bottom. What you need to do now is start grabbing the cables from the kit, and we just line them up. So we got this one here, a grey at the back, and two ones of these. These can only go where they can go, so you can't put the plug in the wrong hole. So just be careful, because some of them do drop down the back. Now our deck is going to sit up the top here, so the majority of your plugs are going to be hanging out the top. So if you are going to hook them in, you're going to have to tuck them down. But for now, we're just going to check everything works. So I'm just going to hook them up in the front here. So that's into there. Your big one goes into your big one. So we're going to put our big one into the cam lock one. So when you push in that, it should feel good and go in good. If it doesn't, check that there isn't any bent pins in here. Because if there's a pin, it will kind of go in, but it won't go click nicely. So that's what you want to check. And just come through here and find what other plugs you can match up. Here's your radio one. This just plugs in like that. This here, you've got a few of these, and they so won't be like used. They'll be for DAB and just the old antennas. So that's okay. If you've got some plugs left over that been like used, that is all okay. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to match these plugs up. So I've just tucked a few away here, but basically we've got this a blue one. Here's our camera feed. It goes into the black plug here. It's a bit of a tight fit, just give it a good push. And then like coming out of this a grey plug here, we've got a 360 camera output. That needs to plug into our one called camera, which is on this black plug here, and this will go into our auxiliaries. This small plug here is going to give us our hazard. This black plug goes into our white plug that fits it. And you also see here, I've run these cables up through the back here, because obviously our deck's going to slide in here, so we want majority of the cables in here. I'll drop back down. So what we have is we have our radio plug here that comes into here. That's fairly straightforward. That's going to plug into a unit. I've taped some of these extra wires up that we're not using at the moment. And we've got our big main plug. Obviously that comes out to this black plug and the grey one here. So on the back of our unit here, the grey is going to go into here. The black's going to go into here, auxiliary plugs into here, the blue camera one into here, the grey one, which was the optical, which is this big one here, which I've run up as well into the top, will plug into here, FM or AM. Then we've got our Wi-Fi antenna and our 4G antenna and the HDMI out for the rear screens or whatnot. So that is basically everything we have coming up the top. I'm just checking if I missed anything, and you can see the plugs we haven't used here. So this little black one here just gets taped back. This blue one we're not using, just tape it back. This one we are going to use. It's going to plug into here. Is it the right one? It'll be the only one that fits. And then down here you got some extra ones. You got looks like this was an old antenna we're not using. You got this green and this brown one, be taped back. This was the factory USB port, so we put a USB adapter into here. That comes out to there. This was our camera one again, and that is all the plugs there. Now we're just going to run some of these extra bits. So we've got the GPS here. So this just needs a clear view through the windscreen with no metal above it. So you can put it wherever you want really, as long as you don't put it directly under this middle speaker. I might just mount it up under here on this flat part here, and that just has a screw out there, so we'll put that in now for the GPS. It's just basically a stick pad, so just stick it down till it's happy. So just leave yourself a little bit hanging over the edge there. This is your 4G antenna. Again, can go wherever really, as long as it's not near that magnet. So you'll be able to find some other flat spots under here where you can choose to put it. Ideally, probably don't want to put it on the aircon on the vents, because obviously if you're on a blast in the AC and it gets hot, you don't want that getting too warm, because the stick will come off. Again, that's an SMA connector, just needs to screw in. Then you got our third USB. We're just going to tuck this down the side here and actually tuck it up under the trim, because we're probably not going to be using it, but it's still handy to be able to get to if you need it. So again, if you just run that down the back here and out the side, and you can get to it if you need to. It's down there, so that's that one. Then you got the dual USBs. Now one of these is going to plug into the factory retention, and the other one is going to plug into, in our kit we include our rocker panel USB, so we're going to plug one into there as well. And actually I just put the third USB in, was wrong. That USB I just ran out of there before actually plugged in the back of here, and this one actually should be also plugged into one of our dual USBs. So there's only two USBs coming out the back. One of them is going to go to the factory port, and the other one's going to go into our rocker panel one. You use one of your trim tools and just tuck it in the edge here. You better pock out one of your blanks, and you got two wires to run through. So this one's going to piggy off the back of that cigarette plug behind here, and it's going to give it power for the quick charge. And the other one is the USB, and we're going to run that through and plug it into one of the USBs coming out the back of our unit. So what you end up with is so this hanging out here, these two plugs coming through. Just tuck them in here. You can reach your hand in behind here to pull them out, so you can still get our piggyback here and the USB. Now if you get your hand in behind here, you can actually take this out, but it doesn't really help you, but you can actually get your hand in behind here and you can pull that plug out of the back of the cigarette plug. So it just has a push down that's actually sitting on the top or on the top of the side. So push that down and pull it off, and then basically what happens is our plug will just piggyback the power off there. So obviously that plugs into here, and then this here will plug back into the back of the cigarette lighter there, and that'll give you quick charge power on there. Next cable we pull through is the 2 USBs, so I just run that up so it's like sticking at the top. 2 USBs are coming out here. One of them has been plugged into that dual one, and the other one's going to a factory retention cable just there. So that's our 2 USBs. And we like a SIM card. Again, this is probably best just to like drop down here, because then you can just pull that one piece of trim off and like access it. The other spot is the glove box. The only place to really fit through there is if you pop the cabin filter box off a little bit, you can like slide it through. As long as you can get to it if you need to get to it is the main thing. The SIM card tray here just like slide backwards, like pops up. You tuck the SIM card in and close it shut, and then that top blue part just close shut like that. So we'll tuck that like down there behind that trim tab, so all you have to do to access it will be like pull off that first bit of trim we pulled off down there, and you'll be able to see it. But once the SIM card's in it, you should be fine. So there's also external like mic here. You can just flip off like these two tabs. There's a 10mm bolt one here, so this pulls off and then this whole trim bit will come off. You can sort of leave it just hanging half out because there's a speaker hooked in down here. The cable, just like make sure you follow the cable and the other cables are already in there, because obviously there's like an airbag in there that I come out here. If you just like come down here and then like pop this trim off here, you can just like tuck it in and obviously just like run it underneath like the wheel, and it comes back out wherever I put it, somewhere here. For the external mic, just out here. Now everything's sort of been taped to like tidied up a bit. I kind of like to tape things up in the areas that they'll be plugged in. So reverse cameras in here, like a GPS, all these into the auxiliary ports. Our camera, this is going to plug into like our hazard. Our 2 main plugs, this one here, which is our amplifier plug. Now as the unit tucks in, the ideal scenario is you kind of tuck these back down and they sit down here, so the deck comes in here and all these like cables kind of like tuck back down as they come in. Then what you want to do before you go too far is on the back here, we've screwed on our Wi-Fi antenna. You got these 2 plugs hanging off. These are going to plug into our main harness here, and we'll just cover what each one of them does. And then before you put it all back in, you just obviously want to check that it all powers up and like works okay. So if we come in here, you can see if you start from the bottom, it's always a good way. Then you can see what you like plugging in. So obviously here, that grey. Then the next one here is our blue camera one. This one here. Next plug's this big grey one, which will be a bit like tighter. So you just got to bring this up a bit like closer. I'll just change the camera angle. That grey one's going to go into here. I'll just plug these 2 are good time to plug now, just means you don't forget them a bit later on. What we got here is you're looking for a small little white plug that hangs off here, 3-pin one, which is right here, AC key it's called. That plugs into here like so. Then this plug here, which I believe is not this plug, it's actually a plug that might be hanging down. That's why I'd always got to double check that you're not like missing any plugs. Is that little one? Because this is should be a hazard button plug. Let me just find this. It's just right in front of me here, so this one was just like right in front of me, so that one plugs in for our hazards like so. And then if you tuck this in a bit closer, you should be able to get close enough to get your grey one in, and your black one goes in above it. And then up here you've got, it says I just beside it, but it says 4G, so you just get your 4G one. So it does say on like the cable there. Again, these just need to screw in hand tight, do them up tight like so. 4G in there, and then if you work your way across, it's like kind of why I plug all these ones in together, because they all go into the same sort of area. So we've got our external mic goes on the far side here, plugs into there. I'll make sure you give that a good push in. And we've got all these auxiliary plugs, I call these. These can only go into the homes that they can fit into, so the amount of pins they match are where they're going. A bit of cramp, and then slide into here like so. The brown twin USB, then you've got the SIM card one, which is this one down here. Just gonna like lean your head in and have a look, just because of how we have that tucked in here at the moment. Then just like obviously like a look through here, we've also got our FM, our AM antenna. So this one was over here, the bottom like that, and then our last one's she's just floating around here, which we can screw on here. It's a bit easier if you actually take off the Wi-Fi and screw on the GPS first, and then the Wi-Fi. So, and then just double check that you haven't forgot anything. That's all looking pretty good to me. And then what we'll do is we'll just power up the unit. Now, always good to power it up and check everything like works. So all you're checking for is your pretty much it powers up. Like steering wheel controls, sound, reverse camera, AC is all working. You can see the quick charge port. You can tell that's like working because it just light up when it's powered. So you can see that's obviously the quick charge on the bottom and the top. So there's a couple of settings you will have to do at the start. If you come into here and to car settings. Alright, and apps, car settings. You need to change a 360 reversing year. It'll be on 2010. You need to change it to 2016. And under amp info, you would just need to adjust the current volume up. So it's like set it like 46 here, which like seems about right. So if we go into like the radio here, touch and hold to scan, and we'll like picked up a station. We have like sound coming in. You can like check your steering wheel controls are working, which I seem to be working okay. Again, check your so fan controls seem to be working okay, as they should. And the other one is your reverse. When you put the unit into reverse, just check it does what it used to do with your cameras on there, which it does, and that is sort of everything all done. Then we can go and sort of slide the unit back in now. So just line up the clips there. You'll see this sort of middle one here where it sort of goes in line with the AC here. And so as I talked about before, as you pushed it in, if you like kind of pulled that like main plug down a little bit, there's like plenty actually of like room in this one, so it should all fit in fairly easy. And then what you want to do is just hopefully push it back in as it fits down and in, and then just once it's like sitting in, you can just put everything back and like reverse the way you took it out. Aircon vents, and you put the top part back on like so. So this bottom part will like back in. Your aircon vents are in. Just like make sure to line them up against here and like push them in. You can see that is how it like fits. There's a slight little gap there, and like the color is a little bit different. You can probably see the color there compared to the like trim match. We'll see what we can come up with in the future, but that's how it is at the moment. And now our two side bits are going to come on, and then the trims are basically in reverse, and we'll go from there. So then once it's all in, there's a small little tab here. You can like peel off the mask. If it comes off without taking it off, just like peel it off again and stick it in the corner, and then try and peel it up. But that is basically how it will look there when it's installed. There's obviously the quick charge port in there, external like microphone up there, most of the cameras there, steering wheel control.